Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on D8.
Kevin, thank
David, he is the total package. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Thunder is out there with Tiny. Then there's Scott. Then it's Curry. And it's the prodigy in at the 3, the small forward. And for Charlotte, the guard spots are filled by Ball and Rozier. Up at the forward spots, it's Hayward and Bridges. And it's Harrell in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Some talent for sure in the backcourt tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across from another top-level guard?
Oh, it always raises the stakes, and you want to rise to that challenge. But in the end, it all comes back to winning as a team.
Ball feeling it out a bit. And there's Harrell. That's good on the assist by Ball.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Curry wide open, and again Boston with the triple.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And the rejection by Curry.
Well, stepping up his game on the defensive end, Steph Curry reads the play and sends it back.
Here's Scott going inside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And it's Rozier missing.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And it's Scott with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Now, here's Rozier. Pass the ball. Takes it inside. Makes it off the glass.
And he's really a smart offensive player. You have to respect Ball's strong sense for when to take that jumper. And with LaMelo Ball, this team struck gold. Exactly what the Hornets needed. Great production and a face of the franchise type of talent.
They get it back. And that one, good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Hornets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Scott against Rozier. Outside, Ball. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Ball's got his second bucket of the game to go. You know, Greg, thinking about LaMelo and this team, he's got the fans here in Charlotte excited.
And Kevin, let's be honest here for a moment. The Hornets haven't had a lot of luck in the drafts. Finally, they knocked one out of the park, and the fans are ecstatic.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
Your honeybees.
Plumlee's checked in for the Hornets. Oubre comes in for Terry Rozier. Then for the Celtics, Cool Hands checked in for Thunder. All comes in for the Prodigy. And Poole subbed in for Scott. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And a little bit of showmanship from Ball on that slam, displaying some athletic ability.
Curry passes to Poole. Outside Curry. Latrey. And again, Boston with the triple.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Hayward, left side. Ball against Curry. Ball, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Maggette, and that one is hammered home.
incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Curry against Ball. From deep. That shot missing. It's been all about Stephen Curry for Boston. He nailed it from long range in that quarter. Winds up with a total of 4 3-pointers in the period. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And the step back, a shot that's become a staple for the league's top.
I really like the step back move. Being at 6'8", I feel like I can use a little bit of my quickness to get an advantage and then step back and tall enough to shoot over some guys. So that's one of my moves.
One of many moves, Greg, but that probably is his signature move now.
Moves and counter moves. Hayward has a lot in his bag to keep defenders off balance.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
And what passing we've seen from this group already, too. They could put up a big number in the assist column by the end of this one.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, they've got Curry, Tiny out there with Ball. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Tucker in at the center, locking down the middle. And we all know that star players get a few more perks, but, Greg, that can also stir up misgivings in a locker room when things aren't always equal.
Kevin, it's a great point, and coaches really have to be careful. If you're holding one player accountable and giving another a pass, that tends to lead to a fractured locker room.
2 shots.
That's good from Ball.
Taken 3rd overall in 2020, LaMelo Ball is a unique player. Like his brother Lonzo, very tall at the point at 6'6", and he'd much rather pass it than shoot it.
James checked in for the Celtics. Now Tucker. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Stolen by Ball. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Celtics made the Eastern Conference Finals 3 times over 4 seasons, but last season, injuries and COVID protocols knocked them down a peg. Ownership and management are patiently staying the course. And with their young star talent, this team still has room to improve from within. Guys, back to you.
Well, their upside in a lot of people's view remains. David, thanks. Shot clock at 3. Ball, no good. And it's Terry with the ball for Charlotte, trailing by 10. You know, Greg, sometimes it's just hard to quantify defense, but some new age metrics really value Mason Plumlee.
And there's a stat called defensive box plus minus that measures how good your team is with you on the floor. Year in, year out, Mason Plumlee is top 20 in the league, proving his overall effect on a game on the defensive end.
Ball against James. They get it back. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Bridges.
You just can't teach that size. Bridges has the wingspan, those broad shoulders, just a tremendous rebounder for a wing.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. regroup on the floor now for Charlotte. Then for the Celtics, Thunder's checked in for Tiny. The Prodigy comes in for Ball. And it's Scott in for Jordan Poole. James, the pass to Tucker. Pass to Scott. Over Prez. Scott can't get it to go. Hornets trail by 8. 1:22 left now here in the second. To the right side. Harrell against Scott. And it's Harrell missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
They could use a bucket. Scott, good. Scott's got 6 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way. That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Curry's checked in for James. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Curry looking it over. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
How good are the handles of Stephen Curry? Well, they open the doors early so people can get a look at it. Woo-hoo, that's nice.
Now the pass to Rozier. And it's off from 3-point range. Boston leading by 12. 1 second separating the shot clock and game time. Dennis passes to Curry. Out to the right wing. Here's the Prodigy. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
I'm open right here.
Here's Rozier.
Well, that miss, to me, created because of Steph Curry's defense. This guy is doing enough to influence the shot.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Celtics out in front. They lead by 14. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Steph, what is working out there so far tonight?
Defensive end, we rebound the ball, keeping him off the glass, and being able to execute on offensive end.
We'll see about the second half. Thanks, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. He's in a crazy zone right now and seems to be even hotter than he was in their last game. And taking a look at the Celtics, Kenny, what did you see out there?
What a true demonstration of dominance. They made a commitment to owning the glass, and they made good on it. Blocking out, competing hard in traffic. That's the way you should play on both ends of the court.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Charlotte.
They really need to focus on finding quality shots. If they can't create for themselves in the second half, things will only get worse. And I'm talking about the high percentage looks, not contested threes.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Curry has been sensational.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Hornets trail by 14. Out in the wings for them, Rozier and Hayward. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Ball in at the guard position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. That one good for two. Ball's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Hornets.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's the prodigy. And the rejection by Harrell. And so here's Charlotte. It's a 14-point game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Sweet move. He takes it up and lays it in. Harrell's got his second basket of the game.
Montrezl Harrell relishes the opportunity to mix it up on the interior. Nice finish.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Good evening, Kevin. Now, the NBA does get high marks for its diversity, but there is some frustration on that front. You look at head coaches and front office positions. All-star Karl Anthony Towns said, men of color deserve a chance to lead a team, run an organization, and make their mark, not just with a jersey on, but with a suit on. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And something we've seen the last few years, boxing ones thrown at Curry, although they've had mixed success.
No good from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Hayward passes to Harrell. Bridges trying to free himself up. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Harrell. And amazing to even consider using a box and one in the NBA, isn't it, Greg? But Curry does that with his offense to the teams that defend him.
Kevin, I agree, and it did work well in the 2019 finals. Curry has started to adjust to that look. Much harder to use when Curry has other options on offense.
So Rozier will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Pass the ball. And stolen by Scott. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Pulls up for three. And it's Stephen Curry with a three. Curry's got 17.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Charlotte calls timeout. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Now, he is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
Some changes here for the Hornets. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Harrell. Kelly Oubre comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Prez is subbed in for Ball. And then for Boston, Ball's checked in for the prodigy. Poole comes in for Scott, and James subbed in for Curry. Bridges kicks to Oubre. Back to Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. So solid, sensing when one of his guys is open.
Poole, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Oubre passes to Rozier. Clock at 6. Bridges with it. And he uses the glass on the layup. Bridges has got 6 points.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
James, the pass to Maggette. Oubre pulls it in. Pass to Bridges. Rozier with the ball. And he banks in the layup.
And this team relies on Rozier's decision-making and using the pick there to create a shot for himself.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Celtics lead by 11. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. They've got Jordan Poole, Tiny out there with Thunder. Then it's Ball, and it's James in at the 1.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Rozier, the pass to Oubre. Back to Rozier. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
This guy's such a fluid, powerful athlete. No doubt, Mr. Rozier.
Pass to Poole. From deep. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Rozier, the pass to Oubre. And he drives in, and they pick up 2.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Plumlee. Hayward comes in for Slim. Martin's checked in for Prez. And Ball subbed in for Terry Rozier. And then for Boston, the prodigy, he's checked in for Ball. Scott comes in for Poole. And Stephen Curry subbed in for James. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. During the last break, got to listen in on Ime Udoka's huddle with his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Ball. Oh, that's blocked, and he gets it back. Here's the prodigy, covered by Martin.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Curry against Ball. Oubre outside. Kicks it to Martin. Harrell down low. Oubre for three. They grab their own miss. Can't hit from in close. Celtics leading by 14. Outside Curry. Down low. Here's Dennis, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Celtics.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was.
For Stephen Curry.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Amazing to think some questioned if Curry could lead on his own, isn't it, Doris? He has answered the critics quickly.
One 62-point outburst showed how dominant he is. After missing almost all of 2020, some began to doubt Mr. Curry. I don't think anyone is going to make that mistake again.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Ball against Curry. The pass to Bridges. Rebounded by the Celtics. Curry with it. Maggette right side. And Scott has it in the corner. Outside Curry. Stolen by Ball. Lays it up off the glass. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
2 points.
And here is Curry. From deep three-point range, Bridges with the board.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Now here's Curry.